Hello traders, welcome to the live stream. Welcome back to Simply Forex. How the devil are you? Hope you're all well, guys. Hope you had a nice weekend. Yeah, what did you get up to? I heard it was very nice weather in the UK. So do you have a barbecue, go to the beach, beer garden? What did you get up to, guys? Let me know. Those of you that are usually part of the live stream, you know what the crack is, but let me just explain, guys. So I'm going to show you, first of all, a couple of things that I'm looking at in the Forex markets. There's a couple of things like, I'll explain them, guys. They've been tricky to enter, and US dollar Swiss franc is one of them. But we're also going to look at your questions, guys. So this is your opportunity to ask as many questions as you like about trading, yeah? Because we're, Simply Forex, we created to help traders learn and understand the charts, or not just the charts, but, psychology, money management, what it involves being a trader. So you can ask any questions you like about any of those things. And also you can talk to me about anything, football, whatever you like. So guys, feel free to fire as many questions as you like. So that's the plan. Let's see who we've got in the house. Heath, how are you, Heath? Afternoon. Heath, you're on time, bang on time. In fact, I was late today. Detention for me later. Father Sunglasses, how are you? Can you talk a little bit about mindset? Okay, we can do a bit about mindset. I always enjoy your questions, Father Sunglasses. Hi, Tom. Have a great week trading. Thank you, Brad. Skelts. Hope you had a nice weekend, mate. I did indeed. Kibria, am I pronouncing that correctly? Probably not. Colin, how are you, mate? Hello. How is everyone? Arthur, I love this chat. Arthur, thank you and welcome. We love having you here. And guys, we can't do this chat without you. So, get involved, ask questions. And we'll chat for the next 40 minutes or so. Let me just show you a couple of things that I'm looking at, right? So, my two trades today were Euro Aussie dollar sell and US dollar Swiss franc sell, right? So we were looking to sell US dollar Swiss franc, right? For obvious reasons. We're in a downtrend. Okay, what was once support becomes resistance. Okay, we've got nice bearish candles, and there's a bit of room to move into down to here, if not all the way down to here, right? Now, if we look at the H4, we're getting a nice reaction. Okay, very nice reaction. I mean, this, if we just follow H4 structure, okay, breaks down. As soon as we broke that low, we've broken structure. Prices come back up, come back down, and this is where we find ourselves. So we're like in a downtrend stroke range almost. Yeah, we're just ranging between these two. And we're getting this, we've still got 46 minutes before this H4 candle finishes. But, it's potentially a nice sell. The problem with it is, if I show you the H1 chart, guys, right? We've also had a H1 structure break, okay? So this is how I'm going to roll with this trade, yeah? If we just follow H1 structure, okay, I'm going to say that was a last low, and this is where we are. Bang. We just broke this low. So literally the hourly candle that just finished, we had a structure break. And as you know, that's what I want to see. I want to be with trend. If I want to sell US dollar Swiss franc, I want to be at least H1 is in a downtrend. All right. And also it would be nice if H4 as well. And both of them are. So you've got H4 and H1 make sense to sell this pair, right? The problem is this. So this is quite interesting, guys, because what I do is I will let my risk to reward dictate my trade. So what do I mean by that? So this, before I even enter this trade, I know this level here, which is around 51, is a good target, right? So this is my take profit. And it's also, these last lows, right? It makes sense. Okay, there's support there, right? And I know I need to put my stop loss above here. Yeah, stop loss or hedge, whatever you use. Now, if I already know that before this trade, then there is a midway point where this makes sense. If I entered here on the close of this bullish H1 candle, right, this trade doesn't make sense. That is my risk. That is my reward. Okay, it just doesn't make sense. You know, that's like 1:2. You know, I'm not interested in that risk to reward. Now, if I get rid of that, right, if I get rid of this, now I've got my alarm here. You can see my alarm. So if price gets to here, that is pretty much risk to reward of 1:1. Okay, so we've got this here, and then this is my reward. So that's roughly 1:1. So if we get a retrace into this level here and the alarm goes off, I will enter this trade. Yeah, it might happen while we're here on the live stream. Okay, so we'll see the alarm when it goes off. But you can see how, from a risk to reward point of view, that trade only makes sense when it hits my alarm. Okay, so that's what I'm going to wait for. All right, so it's quite an interesting setup we have. If it hits it, I have a trade, I'll start selling this. If it doesn't and price just does this, then no problem. I don't suffer with FOMO. If I miss out, so be it. You have to wait for the trade to come to you. Don't chase trades. So I'm going to wait for this trade to come to me. If the alarm goes off, I'm selling it. All right, so that's US dollar Swiss franc. We'll keep an ear out for the alarm. And then the other one, guys, is Euro Aussie dollar. Now, this has been slowly trickling down all day, right? But this is H1, and I wanted to sell Euro Aussie dollar. If you look at my daily morning analysis vid, I give you exactly my trades, right? And what I'm looking at. Now, again, those of you that have been with the channel for a while, you know that I'm looking for a break of structure. And that break of structure happens here. When we break this last low here, okay? And this candle here actually broke that low. And in hindsight, right, perhaps I should have got in on this trade. Yeah, it's coming down nicely. I would put my stop above here. You know, maybe I'd have had a risk to reward of 1:1 by now. Okay, but when it broke this low, yeah, it was straight at the moving average 20, and there's still, you know, support here. So although it broke, it was still not in a very clear level to start selling. There was still a bit of, you know, I wasn't 100% sure this was a good selling level. I mean, like I say, in hindsight, it has been. Now, again, what I'm going to do, now we've had this break of structure, yeah, once we come back up to this grey zone, you can see my alarm in here again. I'm interested. Yeah, it's firmly come below the moving average 20 now. We've had a breakdown in H1 structure, lower highs, lower lows. Now, I just want to see a retrace. You know, I'm pretty much a retrace trader. Yeah, that's how I would describe myself. A retrace equals value. Price retraces into an area we're interested in. We get good value. We can start selling. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to wait for that to happen with Euro Aussie dollar. All right. So let's see if those alarms go off. And they're the only two trades I was looking at today. There was a couple of Swiss franc trades, but really that's what I was looking at today, guys. All right. And guys, if you enjoy my analysis, please come join the channel. Yeah, we'd love to have you. So subscribe to the channel right now. And if everyone could please smash the like button, guys. Yeah, it really helps support the channel. Merci beaucoup. Dankeschön. Shukran. Right. Got a question here from Cynics. Who's winning the league? I think Manchester City are winning the league, unfortunately. Oh, money bags themselves. They are winning the league. Skelts, can we have a look at pound Aussie dollar and pound US dollar? So pound US dollar, Skelts, I explained, all right? So if anything, that's in a uptrend, but we can take a look at pound Aussie dollar. Hamid, hi Tom, wishing you a delightful afternoon. Thank you very much. Filled with warmth and joy. What a very nice comment. Godwin, how are you? Also wants to look at pound US dollar. Greg, how are you, mate? Good day, Greg. I have to do my Australian accent there. Right, what we'll do, so we've got this question about mindset, which is a real interesting question, but we're just going to take a look at a couple of pairs that you want to look at, guys. So let's start with pound Aussie dollar. And this is interesting for sales, right? If we start with the day chart, the only thing with it is this weekly level, right? You can see through here, this is the weekly chart, and pound Aussie dollar, you know, is clearly in a downtrend, right? Simple, you know, you do not need to be Warren Buffett. Yeah, we're getting lower highs, lower lows. So we're clearly in a downtrend on the weekly chart. The only thing is this level. Look, it's reacted here, 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 you know, and it's potentially reacting here. That's the only thing that's putting me off this trade, right? And for that reason, I actually prefer Euro Aussie dollar sells. Okay, but let's carry this on. And if we look at the day chart, again, firmly in a downtrend. Yeah, I would say we're here, yeah, lower highs, lower lows. So we're firmly in a downtrend, right? And I know that structure's breaking down on H1 and even H4, right? Because this is in a H4 downtrend, right? Again, this is where we're at. So we are getting lower lows, lower highs, right? So we're in a downtrend. I mean, the more I look at this, the more I like to sell this, yeah? H4's in a downtrend, daily's in a downtrend, weekly's in a downtrend. We've had a nice bearish candle on the H4, closed below the moving average 20. We also like this, and I know H1 structure's in a downtrend, right? Because we had this break earlier. So this was the last bang. As soon as we broke that low, we're in a downtrend. And also, look at this, we're below the moving average 20, and we're getting nice bearish candles. So this is really a good sell trade. Yeah, it is. I'm looking at Euro Aussie dollar. I prefer Euro Aussie dollar because Euro Aussie dollar is not at a weekly support level, whereas pound Aussie dollar is. But there is there's a lot of confluence and a lot of reasons to sell pound Aussie dollar. All right, so scalps, yeah. If you want to, yeah. So I would sell here. I'd have to put my stop here and then potentially look to take price back down to here. Get my 1:1. Yeah, leave some money to run. All right, so pound Aussie dollar we like for sells. And we also wanted, a couple of people wanted to look at pound US dollar. Okay, so we were discussing this in the VIP Trading Academy. And guys, if you're not part of our Trading Academy, then please check it out. It is free right now. Okay, so we're running this promotion where we give you free access to the VIP Trading Academy. This is where I give you all of my trade signals and trades, my entry, take profit, stop loss, etc. I give you, you know, years and years of tutorials. All the things that I've learned, I've put them into tutorials. So you'll get access to all of that. And you get access to me, guys. So if you're not sure about anything, you can ask me a question and I'm happy to help you. All right, so check that out now. It's free. Check out the promotion we're running. I'm sure the editor will kindly give you the link there as well. Right, pound Aussie dollar, pound US dollar, sorry. Now, we was talking about this level, right? Why were we talking about this level? Because if I go back in time, right? If I go back in time and we're here, okay? Now, we can clearly see these levels, right? Now, is that significant enough? Would you say that level's like that? Or would you just say it's like that, right? I would say it is like that, Okay, but there'd still be a question of, is this substantial enough, right? Because these levels need to be substantial enough, as in price reacts there. Okay, now if I quickly play price along, see how price obeys this level, right? See how it becomes important. Now if we play this along, yeah, you can see it started to become support, yeah. Once it broke down, yeah, it broke up. This level has become very good support, right? And therefore, we are seeing higher highs, higher lows. And what's actually happened is it turned into an uptrend, but now it's ranging. Okay, so again, let's draw that just so you can see that clearly. So this is where price is right now. Yeah, we are in an uptrend because we're getting higher lows and higher highs, but we're also ranging between here and here. So we are in an uptrend stroke range, and we are above the moving average 20. Okay, now normally, right, if I only looked at the day chart, I would buy this back up to these highs. I'd probably aim for this level right here. So what's the price here? I would probably aim for 2560. Okay, that's what I would aim for. So we're not far away, 10 pips away. That would be my target. Okay, but so you're probably thinking, why wasn't pound US dollar one of the trade ideas? Yeah, in my daily analysis vid this morning. So the reason is, if you look at this weekly chart, right, that weekly chart is crying out for a sell. Yeah, it really is. Like if there's probably a level through here. Okay, now when this broke and retested, look at this. Yeah, we're getting lower lows and potentially lower highs at this level, because everything is telling me to sell that weekly chart, yet everything is telling me to buy the daily chart. And this is the problem with a lot of US dollar pairs at the moment. So if I have that contradiction, you know, I'm not interested. I don't want contradiction. I want, you know, if I'm looking to buy pound US dollar, I want weekly, daily, H4, H1. I want everyone saying, Tom, enjoy your buy trade. Here you are. You know, here's, you know, we're all buying it together. You've got a tidal wave of buyers behind you. Everyone's happy buying, you know, and the trade will go up. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't want contradiction where I have buyers and sellers. Yeah, makes sense, right? So this is where we're at with this. And look at this level. Look at the moving average 20 and this area of resistance here. So we've got like double whammy resistance here. Really like that level for sells. So that's the problem with pound US dollar. Let me come out of this. Yeah, it's just that contradiction between daily and weekly. We did have a break here, right? So, you know, if this H4 candle stays like this, then there's a strong case to buy it, right? If you just follow pound US dollar, right, that is a continuation of trend. We're getting higher lows, higher highs, and the highs have been broken again. We're above the moving average 20. So if you said, Tom, you have to trade pound US dollar right now, I would buy it. Yeah, I would buy this. You know, I know I said 2560, but looking at the H4, even, you know, back up to this gray zone. So maybe even 2580. All right, but I prefer US dollar Swiss franc. Yeah, because the weekly chart supports the daily view. Okay, so there you go, guys. There is pound US dollar. Right, what else are we looking at? Hamid, could the previous closing H4 candlestick in Euro Aussie dollar, so Euro Aussie dollar, H4, could your be an entry point? So Hamed's asking if this is potentially a good entry candle. And I mean, on the H4, arguably not, right? Because again, you've got to look at H4 structure. And this really has broken. Yeah, these are the last lows, but these highs in here broke with this candle. So H4 has become almost a bit obsolete as a trade, right? Because we are in a H4 uptrend. However, you know, we are seeing very bearish candles, bearish wick, bearish candle that's closed below the moving average 20. So H4 on its own, I wouldn't take the trade. But again, guys, you know, your job as a trader is to look for confluence, right? So if you think about H4, right, we've bounced off this resistance level and just selling candles, selling candles, selling candle. Let's see how this one finishes. So although H4 is in an uptrend, there's a lot of selling pressure there. Okay. Now, I wouldn't just enter on the back of that because of the trend on H4. But if you look at H1, it's broken down. Yeah. Not only have we had all that selling pressure on the H4, the H1 has now broken down structurally. We are getting lower lows, lower highs. So H1 combined with H4 is giving us enough confluence to take this trade. Yeah, and like I say, guys, if we get a little retrace into here, maybe a bearish reaction, we can start selling. All right, so yeah, you know, if I enter on the H4, so again, guys, those of you that are a part of the VIP Trading Academy, I show you how I trade the H4 and how I trade the H1, right? Now, if I have a setup on the H4, I'm still going to look at the H1, right? Because I want just more confluence. And if I enter on the H1, I'm still going to look at the H4, right? Again, I want time frames to support each other in the idea that I'm looking at, you know, to sell or buy. So do the same, guys. Yeah. Get as many reasons as you can together to take a trade. All right. Guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And if everyone could please smash the like button while I have a quick drink. Right, what else have we got here? So yeah, we're going to go back to, so guys, I want to talk a little bit here about mindset. So Father Sunglasses spoke about what mindset do I need to have as a trader? What else? Yeah, so what mindset do I need to have, you know, to be successful at trading? So mindset. Okay, so so how best to answer this? So first and foremost, you have to be, you know, you can't be emotional when you trade, right? You know, even if you have huge, you know, a great winning trade or a losing trade, your reaction has to be almost the same, right? Because all you're doing is trading your strategy. So that's the mindset you need to get into. It doesn't, you know, and there's no such thing as a losing trade. This is important mindset, right? So there's no such thing as a losing trade. Yeah, you haven't entered the trade, you know, it's become unsuccessful is the word, because all you can do as a trader, and I say this to people on my mentorship program, right, is all you can do as a trader is focus on the controllables. Yeah, and you control your strategy, you control your money and risk management, and you control your emotions, right? So how do you control them? You control them by performing the best you can. So everyone should not be results driven. you should be process driven, right? So I know if XYZ happens, I will sell Euro Aussie dollar. Now, whether that's a winning trade or an unsuccessful trade is irrelevant. It really is, yeah, because all I can do is focus on those controllables and enter the best trade I can. My job is to find the highest probability trade I can for that day, right? And if I don't, I'll stay out the market. And I can control that. I can't control the outcome, right? But I can control the trades I get into and how much I risk and how I feel about that trade. So you must be process driven, not results driven, right? You know, if you're saying to yourself, right, I made 2% today. If I make 2% every day between now and Christmas, you know, I'll be a millionaire, right? Absolute nonsense. You must forget that idea, right? You cannot say to yourself, I want to make 1% a day, right? And that would be 20% a month. Yeah, you'd be one of the world's best traders, right? So you have to get rid of that mindset. The mindset has to be focused on your performance and how you control your strategy, your money and risk management, and your psychology. And what I suggest you do is every time you take a trade, give yourself a score out of 10. Right? So ask yourself things like, right, did I enter as per my strategy? Okay, yes. Right? Did I follow my strict risk and money management? Yeah, I risked X%, 1%, or whatever it is. Yes, I did. How did I feel when I took the trade? I was calm. I was, not reacting from a trade previously. I saw the setup. I was very calm and homeostasis. I use this word a lot when I took the trade. So if that's the case, then give yourself a 10 out of 10 for trading. You've traded perfectly, right? You give yourself 10 out of 10. You've ticked all the boxes. You couldn't do any better. Now, whether that ends up you making 2% or losing 1% or whatever is irrelevant. It really is, you know? So process driven must be your mindset, not results driven. Your job is to get better at trading every day and find the highest probability trades you can. Okay? And that comes from, reading the charts and understanding price action. All right. So these are the things you need to focus on. Forget, I used to go down the pub and say, oh, I made 5% today. Or, oh, I made, but it was such a terrible attitude. Yeah. That's just short-term gains. What you've got to focus on is the long journey and the process. All right. So that's the mindset you want to get into. So I hope that helps, Father Sunglasses. Right, what else? And any other questions like that, guys? Don't be shy. I'm happy to answer things about psychology, money management, whatever, things you're struggling with. Let me know, and I will try and help you. And if you want, to have access to me all day, every day. I mean, I've got to sleep, and I do have a personal life. Got to be careful what I say here. But join the VIP Trading Academy, right? You can get access to me and ask me questions with anything you're struggling with, guys. All right. So check out the promo. We're giving free access to that, to the VIP Trading Academy. Exactly. Right. What else are we looking at? So Blessing would like to look at Euro New Zealand and Pound New Zealand. Okay. Let's do that. Let's take a quick look at Euro New Zealand. Let's look at the day chart. So the problem with I'm going to quickly disqualify Euro New Zealand, yeah, because the problem with it is this, right? We are clearly, I would say this, as soon as we break those lows, we're in a downtrend. We are getting lower lows, lower highs. So we're in a downtrend and we want to sell. The problem problem with it, like I said earlier on, guys, this is a weekly support level. Okay, so do I want to sell into that? No, right? If we look at the weekly chart, it's a very important level for this pair. Yeah, you can see price has reacted here, 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 and here. This is very important weekly level. And if you looked at the weekly chart, if anything, at this level, it's a good buying level. Yeah, on the weekly chart, I want to buy this level. Yeah, we're in an uptrend, higher lows, higher highs, right? We're in an uptrend and we're in a range. So if anything, I want to buy this level back up to here on the weekly chart. Now we go back to the day chart. It's in a downtrend, like we just said. It's in a downtrend, you know. So really, I'm not interested in this trade right now. So when would I become interested? Is if we get a break of this level. So let's say we get, you can see this is the last highs in here. Yeah, this area here. And let's say we get a break of that level, right? Then I'm all over this, yeah, because we have weekly and daily in the same direction. We have a daily uptrend once we have that break, and we have a weekly uptrend stroke range. So this would be a lovely trade back up to these last highs here. But for me right now, it isn't a trade because of that conflict between daily and weekly. And that's the problem with a lot of currency pairs at the moment. That's why, you know, we're not seeing many setups. It's that contradiction between daily and weekly charts. What was the other one? But let's have a look at pound New Zealand dollar. And again, let's start with the weekly chart, because this is, so this is less clear, right? So this is a question. Let's all get involved here, guys. So this will help your analysis, okay? So everyone right now on the weekly chart for pound New Zealand dollar, we're all going to help blessing, right? What would you say it is in? Is the trend uptrend, downtrend, or a range? So everyone right now, guys, what is the trend? Pound New Zealand dollar weekly chart. Leave your comment in the live chat. I will have a drink while you write down your answers. So let me know, guys. Pound New Zealand dollar, what's the trend? On the chart you're looking at right now, what's the trend? Okay, so Scalps has got a downtrend. Anyone else? Don't be shy, guys. Come get involved. You know, we're all, you know, you're trying to learn, guys. So, yeah. Downtrend, 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 uptrend. Downtrend, downtrend. Okay, so the people have spoken. Yeah, the majority have said downtrend. Okay, blessing as well. And I would agree, but there's a asterisk. Yeah, so if we look at, if we just follow weekly structure, I would say, in fact, I'm going to draw that a bit better. This is still the same, but this has been up, down, up, down, up, break. Yeah, it broke these lows here. Yeah, it was in a bit of a range, guys, right? And it's broken these lows. Yeah, this candle, the body of the candle, and that's what I count. I don't count wicks. The body of the candle has broken these lows in here. So technically speaking, yes, it is in a downtrend, right? The problem I have with it is it's bang at the moving average 20, right? It's at a very nice psychological level, and it's at the moving average 20. And I don't want to, you know, well, maybe you don't, guys, but I use the moving average 20 as dynamic support or resistance. And in this case, it's dynamic support. And for me, that would be selling into support. And look at this slight wick we've had at the moving average 20. So yes, it's in a downtrend, but I don't like the fact that if we did sell this, we'd be selling into the moving average 20. Okay, but let's get some more information. I know that the day chart here as well. Now, let's push that along. Now, the day chart is quite clearly a break, right? Yeah, I don't even need to ask you what the trend is. So again, this was that weekly range, right? And then bang. Yeah, we've clearly broken these lows as we explained on the weekly chart. And this is how it looks on the day chart. So ranging, yeah, break of structure, which would mean I would normally like to sell this. I mean, and look at it, it's at a really nice resistance level right now as well. What was once support becomes resistance. Yeah, there's lots of reasons to sell this looking at weekly and daily, but it's still that moving average 20 on the weekly that is just nagging at me about taking sells. But, you know, there's lots of confluence to sell pound New Zealand dollar at this level. Now, what would we be looking for to sell? So if we look, so right now I don't want to sell it. Yeah, why don't I want to sell it? Well, we are in, yeah, we was in this, okay, let's say that's a level. We are in an uptrend. Yeah, we are getting higher highs, higher lows. So I do not want to sell the H4. Yeah, not at all. If we look at the H1, then okay, I mean, potentially there's a level through here. Yeah, I could put a gray zone in here, a support resistance level, right? It's clear as day. Yeah, price has been respecting this level, broke, became support, still respecting this level. Potentially, you know, if we see something like this and we get a break of this level, the moving average 20 comes round, then okay, pound New Zealand dollar could potentially be a good sell trade. Similar to pound Aussie dollar, we were looking at that. They're obviously highly correlated, pound New Zealand dollar and pound Aussie dollar. So yeah, I would wait for a break of this level here if you are looking to sell it. And I can see why you would be looking to sell it. All right, but wait for that structure break, because price could quite easily do this. Yeah, wait for a structure break, guys. All right, so yeah, there you go. I hope it helps you. Okay, so Skelp says the H1 is the more aggressive entry. Yeah, this is. You know, if you think of time frames, guys, right? If you wait for a H4 break of structure, so we're still on pound New Zealand dollar, right? If you wait for a H4 break of structure, right? Let's say this, right? You could be waiting for days, right? But the argument is a H4 structure break is more powerful than a H4 structure break is more powerful than a H1 structure break. And I would have to agree, right? However, you are going to be waiting a long time to take that entry, okay? Now, let's imagine on the H1, you know, this happened. Bang, yeah? And we just got the H1 structure break. Yeah, you're getting in a lot earlier, right? Because even if we broke this level on the H4, right? Let's go to the H4. It still doesn't mean anything. This is the last low here, really, on the H4. So let's say price did this, right? On the H4, nothing's changed, right? We're still in an uptrend, higher lows, higher highs, okay? And, you know, we still wouldn't be entering the H4 because we haven't had a structure break. Whereas if you drop down to the H1, that exact same price action was a H1 structure break, and we would already be in this trade. So that's the payoff. You know, there's always pros and cons, guys. Yeah, there's always pros and cons to every decision you make in trading. Yeah, you just have to have more pros and more reasons to take the trade. Yeah, so yeah, there's always a trade-off, guys. So Louis, what strat do you use, G? So my strategy is price action. I talk about price action every single day, right? And again, in the VIP Trading Academy, I don't mean to keep going on about that, but it's free at the moment. So come check it out. Yeah, I give you all the tutorials about every aspect of my strategy. So check it out. But basically, my strategy is price action. Yeah, I look at trend and structure. I look at support and resistance levels. I look at candlesticks. I look at this concept of value, and I do a top-down approach. So I look at multiple time frames to make the best decision I can. And then ultimately, to keep it very simple, your job is to use all of that data to make the best decision you can to take the trade. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I roll. Louis, check it all out in the VIP. All right, guys. And on that note, we're going to call it a day today. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. Also, everyone, please smash the like button. Have a great trading day.